Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo basketball program, Coach Roger Powell Jr. It's a new season, first edition of the year of the program, and excited to talk Valpo basketball with you. Hard to believe the time is here already, but before we talk basketball, Coach, let's talk about how much you've been out in the community since moving back to Valpo. Why has that been so important to you, and what's it been like to speak to so many groups and to be so present here in the Northwest Indiana community?
Yeah, man, it was important. It was important for me. I mean, it's part of who I am, being a Rev. I mean, it's not just a nickname, it's part of my calling. So being able to share my faith and being able to inspire people is something I do. I've done it everywhere I've been. So coming back to Northwest Indiana, it's a great opportunity for me to be consistent with that and just to kind of get back engaged here. It's been 7 years since I lived here. I've been, in Nashville and Spokane. So to be able to come back basically home for me, it's been awesome, to get out and get everybody excited about what we're doing and share my vision with people so that they can get on board and support us.
Let's talk about the way you built this roster when you got here. I think there are a lot of people that would have come in and gone the grad transfer route and brought in a lot of fifth years. You built it out with freshmen and underclassmen transfers. Why'd you take that approach, and kind of tell me about the building of this year's team?
Well, I think initially, I mean, I kind of got in late, so I didn't have like a whole lot of time to, really, hit the transfer portal. So that was kind of one of the reasons I had to try to just put a roster together quickly. But then the other thing was, I was here, my third year. We brought a bunch of freshmen in, and that freshman class was special. And we had lost a lot similar to this year, but I mean, even more so this year. Only had 3 guys basically. And so I wanted to kind of build it with a class that was going to be here for a while, that we can kind of develop and we can kind of grow with. And I'm pretty excited about the young guys we were able to get. While everyone was doing the portal madness, I was able to get some really good prep school freshmen and that I think are going to be names and faces that our fans will kind of grow to love, and you're going to see us building with them. And I'm excited about that. For me, I mean, I'm a builder. So, it's fun to see these young kids and see them mature. And they've matured a ton, even in the last, 2 or 3 months. I mean, there's been so much growth. So that gets me excited.
You mentioned the 3 returning players, and that with all the roster turnover, there are 3 young men who've come back to stay in your program. What have they been like for your team, and what do you expect from that trio on the basketball court this season?
Man, they've been great. I think obviously Darius has stood out with his leadership ability. I've actually named him captain. He's earned it. From day one, he came into my office and said, "Coach, one of my goals is to be a captain." I said, "Okay, well, you got to own it and you got to earn it." And he has. And his confidence, he's playing at a high level now. So I'm expecting people are going to be surprised to see how much growth he's had over this last 5 months. Jerome also. Jerome is playing with a ton of confidence. His goal was to be a captain, and I didn't give it to him. He's earned it. So, I mean, those 2 guys, I think, have really bought into me and my staff, and it means a lot. And I'm really excited about their growth. The other kid, Connor, I mean, Connor's been awesome too. I think Connor was considering transferring, and I think he fell in love with the culture, and getting him healthy is going to be a big thing, and he's pretty much healthy now. So getting some more time with him, with our team, playing and practicing, I think he's going to have some, have a good role for us this year. And I'm excited about all 3 of them, I want them to have a great experience. I want them to experience winning in college. So that's my motivation, is getting those guys to a place where they're winning games and they're competing for something.
Now, you were asked about style of play right away when you were hired at your press conference, and I know fans are excited to see the team for the first time at the exhibition game this Wednesday, at the opening game of the regular season next Monday. What style of play should they expect? And now that we're on the cusp of the season, what can you tell us about the style that you'll be putting out there?
Well, what I'm trying to build is this right here, man. I want it to be gritty. I want our guys to play with a lot of passion, play with a lot of togetherness. From a defensive standpoint, I want them to really, get after the ball and, really take pride in getting stops. But offensively, I want to play with a lot of pace. And I think some of the people who have come out and seen some of our practices, seen the open scrimmage, I think they've seen that it's going to be different. So I think hopefully we'd be able to score at a high clip, but at the same time, with our smaller guards, be able to really get in the ball and hopefully cause some turnovers and turn that into points on the other end.
A lot of experience in the game of basketball, but one thing that's brand new to you is being a head coach. What's it going to be like here with the regular season getting underway to be a head coach in a game situation for the first time? And what's the adjustment been like for you so far outside of games in terms of head coaching responsibility versus being an assistant?
It's been great. I took my time. I didn't rush. I've had other opportunities here over the last 7 years, multiple ones. And, I didn't just rush into the first opportunity. I took the job that I think fit me and Valpo fits me. So, I think with that, with Charles and President Padilla and just the community and being here before, I've been really comfortable in this position. And I'm really thankful. I mean, God can only set that up. You can't really take credit for things like that. So, I think I was ready and it's my time. And, I have a great staff and we're all confident that we're going to be able to do a good job here. And yeah, it may take a little while, but I'm expecting to win and win at a high level. And with that confidence, with a clear vision and a clear plan, I think, it makes the adjustment, a lot smoother.
There he is, the head coach of the Valpo men's basketball program, Roger Powell. We encourage everyone to come out and see the team exhibition game this week on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And then the home opener next Monday, November the 6th. It is Powell Party of 5,000, as we hope you'll come out and pack the ark for Coach Powell's return party to Valpo. That game begins at 7 o'clock against Trinity Christian. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you again next week on Valpo Basketball Weekly, presented by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.